I'm your host with the most, Welcome23. You're joining me for Endless Summer, Book 3, Chapter 7. Reach out frantically for something to grasp, but you're falling through the intangible light and color. Another time, rift opens below you. Through it, you are able to see a field? It's not Quartel. Where am I going? You emerge and begin plummeting towards an opulent garden party. Several of your friends are falling around you. Time to improvise a landing. Land on Craig, land on Alistair, land on a table. Aim yourself over a table and promptly smash it to the ground. Logan, are you trying to get hurt? Michelle rushes over to help you. Guys, where are Jack and Mike? Stella stares up at the wavering rift. Well, it was better than falling on Alistair or Craig, so... I saw them go. They should have already come through by now. Oh god, are they still with Rourke? I think they dragged through another one of those holes after everything went swirly. Guys? Alistair braces his hands on his knees, wincing at the pain of his burns. They must be in some entirely separate time period. This is all my fault. Guys! Zara pulls the first half of the island's heart out of her bag. We still got this, at least. Guys! Diego points at a man in a threadbare suit. He's staring at you and visibly shaking. Hello, new person that we've never met before. Where did you come from? Who are you? We're time travelers? What? Oh, please. You work for Barnaby, don't you? You're here to rough me up. Hang on. I don't know what's going on here, but... Well, you can tell your employer that I'm reporting him to the authorities. That he turns and dashes through the entrance of a nearby hedge maze. Whoops. That live music draws your attention. Across the garden, guests in formal attire are dancing and sipping champagne, their faces concealed behind elaborate masks. We haven't seen this before, have we? I don't think anyone else has spotted us yet. Hey, idiots. Can we hide now? Unless you want to cause a time paradox. We could follow that man in the hedges, but we might scare him even more. Pretty much our only option right now. Everyone rushes over to the maze entrance. Electric lights twinkle among carefully tended foliage. So, where or when are we? Judging from these light bulbs, filaments like these were produced for a few years after World War I. That would place us in 1920? I was speaking. We've probably arrived in the early 1920s. An awkward silence hangs between Grace and Alistair. She stares at him. He is very astute. Yo! We'll be older than the Endless when we finally catch up to our own time. Zara rolls her eyes. We're not gonna just wait 90 years, you dork. Whatever we do, we need to find a way back to Jake and Mike. What is this? Baron looks down at himself in confusion. His body is shimmering eerily. Various items on his person begin to fade from view. Baron? Are you okay? Diego grasps Baron's shoulders. Please don't disappear. Please? Not me. Objects. Made by my friends, my family, my subjects. Watches helplessly as the items vanish. Okay, you do not flash that. Thank you. Tori had given me the bracelet, Zaraxa, that ceremonial knife, and my mother designed those tattoos. Wait, we've seen this before. The helicopter back at Masada. It was jumping between realities because of the past was in flux. But if things given of Aaron are fading away, that means... Varen's family is at risk. Not exactly. Zarax and Terry aren't blood relatives. Oh, your goddamn logistics. Shut up. True. So, there's more than just his blood relatives are at stake here. The paradox in this time puts all advantage at risk. No, My people, I must do something. He clutches at the items, chin quivering as his hand passes right through them. Varen, let's think for a second. If we didn't show up here, what wouldn't have happened? We wouldn't have made that man fear for his life. And he probably would have gone to that party. I don't know if it was just us he was really afraid of, though. He said a name. Grace is peeking around the hedge toward the festivities. Did anyone notice that the guests looked kind of like a bride? And why are they all wearing masks? Varen looks up stunned. Masks are a sacred part of the Vonti culture because they were worn by the very first of our people. Maybe that guy where he ran off is the groom, and that was his bride. Oh my god, is that wedding the one in the creation of the myth of the Vonti? Think back to the Valley of the Tombs and the carvings, masked bride and guests. So, it all started with a masquerade-themed wedding. Alright, we should probably... John suddenly gasps and grabs his thigh. Sean, you literally had a bullet in your leg. Sit down so I can take it out. As Michelle works on Sean's wound, you notice Raj straining to reach under a hedge. Something's down here! With effort, he pulls out a weathered suitcase. Hello, what is this? Looks like it was forgotten under there for a while. Greg helps bust open the rusted latches inside. A lavish fabrics glitter in the soft light. I think we just scored a disguise or two, dudes. McQuinn inspects the contents of the suitcase. Locum, this looks like it's in your size. Try it on. Just dapper and lovely. They'll get a kick out of you. Oh my god. Dapper. Are we gonna dab on the haters too? We're gonna dab on 7K subscribers! Diego's now close with you. Look straight out of the Great Gatsby. Look at you, Valentino. Is it Valentino? I believe he means the movie star, not the designer. And an apt comparison to Locum, actually. I love the cut of it on you, Locum. Quinn beams her approval and then goes back to the suitcase. Looks like that's it for what was in there. The rest of us will have to go as is. I'm looking fabulous. Alright. If we can fix the paradox we created here, maybe it'll stabilize whatever's going on in this time rift. Worth a try. So, I'll sneak in as a guest, and the rest of you can pose as servants? Messing with the past might be asking for trouble. Then we'll just take every step with care. That's all we got right now. I'll wait here. I can't risk my connection to Vonti history creating any more problems. I'm staying with you. Okay, you two. We'll be back as soon as we can. Try not to get busy with one another and then, like, people notice and they're like, oh my god, it's a blue alien! Because that will happen. It's 1920s. As you approach the party, a few eyes dance over your attire, but your presence is otherwise unquestioned. Friends follow, trying to remain as inconspicuous as possible. At a banquet table, a waiter is carving an entire baked pig, while a group of masked guests can serve nearby. So he let her go? Like, why the Rosencrafts were keeping staff who couldn't even polish silver? Who the heck knows? They were accustomed to service resting. Rosencraft, sir, Senior, knew a little about leading a household as he did about the leading a family. The pamphlet lies in the grass near your feet. Schedule of events for the marriage of Flora Sullivan and Arthur Barnaby. That padlock I found said that Flora loved Eugene, not Arthur. Huh. Give up the ruse, Alistair leads Craig, Zara, and Quinn in setting a table. For pity's sake, Craig, all of you folks are at the place. It's a salad first and entree. Why do rich people need one or more than one fork? Like, what's the difference? One's for going in their mouths, the other's for sticking up their... God damn it, I love her. Okay then, want to explain that again, Alistair? Just then, you hear sniffling near a secluded tree. You walk over to investigate. A few of your friends notice and follow you. On the other side, you discover a woman in bridal gown you'd seen earlier. How am I even gonna go about this? I can't possibly. She pulls off her mask and begins to weep into her hands. Tentatively, you approach her. Oh, who? You pause mid-startle to look you over. Forgive me, I'm not sure we've met. That's a ducky outfit, by the way. Ducky? What does that mean? I do not look like a duck. I am looking dapper. We heard someone crying. It's not our nature to ignore the sobs of a lady, Miss Sullivan. Ah, you. You have me at a disadvantage, then. I do not know you. I'm Locum. This is Alistair, Estella, Grace, and Zara. Pleasure to meet you. Flora Sullivan. We're gonna forget this is 1920 real quick. We're just... Never mind. Flora. Nobody should be sad at their wedding, and it's hard to face a decision like this. Nobody should be sad at their wedding. Yes, well... Life is a bit more complicated than stale platitudes, isn't it? Gotta give her that one. It's like you have been practicing the worst possible things to say, Locum. How is it the worst possible Shut up! Was a man supposed to meet you here? Flora stares at you in astonishment. Eugene? Where is he? What do you know? He's fine, but I really need to know more about what's going on if I'm gonna help. Flora considers you for a long moment. I'm not even sure where to begin. You probably wouldn't believe me anyway. I don't know about that. I've been through a lot. Tomorrow, I'm supposed to marry a man I don't love. Arthur is very practical. I'll give him that, but I suppose my heart doesn't exactly swoon for practicality. I'm guessing there's someone impractical in the picture. Well... She sighs heavily and brushes away the glistening remnant of a tear from her cheek. So foolish. I should have known after Neptune Cove that he wouldn't come. He brought a ring, but it was too soon. So I tried to make it up to him at the cove, and he never... You hear a woman's voice shouting insistently over the music. Flora! Flora, where are you? I must leave. Flora's gaze urgently meets yours as she refastens her mask. Please keep Eugene out of harm's way. Arthur wants him dead. Without another word, she hurries off. As you return to the party, the gentleman in the elephant mask approaches you. Good evening. I hope the travel to our venue wasn't too stressful, what with the storm over the sea. Your venue? Oh, not at all. You must be Mr. Burnaby. Congratulations. I'm sure you'll both be very happy. He offers a slight nod and thanks. After an awkward silence, you find your gaze drifting towards the imposing manor house. Quite a place, no? Thanks to Rosencraft's poor judgment, the entire estate was practically owned by the banks. Quack jab lived there before he thought he could enhance humankind with his little pills. Arthur's free hand clenches into a fist at his side, his arm quivering with rage. Let's not speak of him, Eugene, as a fool and a miscreant. How dare he try to place himself between my beloved and I. Knows better now, don't he? Among the surrounding guests, an uncomfortable silence hangs in the air. Well, seems like everything's sorted out. I'll leave you to it. Briefly feign a smile while turning away. It's then that you see him, staring through the shrubbery. So you were trying to enhance humankind with pills. Did you create the Vonti? That is the true question. And Eugene realizes that he's been spotted. He takes off at a sprint. Not again. Wait, I need to talk to you. He runs back towards the hedge maze with you in close pursuit. Your friends rush after you. Eugene, wait! Flora sent me! At the sound of her name, he freezes and turns. Flora. Is she alright? Diego and Varen round a corner, and behind Eugene, he glances behind him and then at you, realizing he's trapped. Never mind Varen's blue, but sure. If you're working for Barnaby, just get it over with already. Relax, okay? We don't work for anybody. No one's gonna hurt you. Flora's waiting for you. I know about the ring and Neptune Cove. How do you know about that? She told me. Please, we're all friends here. Let's just talk about this. Alright. That's Locum. Diplomat and group counselor all in one. At least you appreciate me, Sean. Literally the best person to tell your troubles to. I love you. Estella said I... Quinn, come here. No. A flood of emotions twists Eugene's features. He runs a trembling hand over his face. I would have given her anything, everything. I told her as much, and she turned me away. And then that bastard Barnaby swept in and took my everything. My home, my business, and now Flora. She's clearly trying to protect you. She knows what Arthur wants to do to you. Eugene... She tried to make it up to you. You hand Eugene the padlock found in Neptune Cove. What is it? No land, no sea, no one shall keep us apart. She made this? Logan, where did you get that? I'm dapper, that's how. Eugene gasps, sobs well up in his throat. Oh, Flora, I had no idea. I thought she was gonna tell me never to see her again. He turns the lock over in his hand. That was over a year ago, though. Look at the wear on this. She may not have felt the same way. Listen, tomorrow's a ceremony, right? This is your last chance. You've got to be there to tell Flora how you feel. You're right, but Arthur would sooner have his men kill me than let her go. Well, we'll take Arthur and his guns. Just show up and do what you need to do. Yes, I will be there. Thank you. On the verge of tears, Eugene rushes past Diego and Varen and heads deeper into the maze. The fact he's blue, but it's like, hey, it's a blue person. Don't care. Whew. Hopefully that'll do it. We will find out tomorrow, it seems. I better let Flora know. Maybe I'll go with you, Locum. Dude, you have a torn shirt. You literally look like a homeless person. What? No, stop it. Diego looks to Varen, who nods permissively. My brain is not working all that well today. Returning to the party, you find Ralston talking with Flora. I think your household staff ain't dressing right. Oh, well, I told them to wear costumes only appropriate for the occasion. She notices you and Diego and turns quickly back to Ralston. If you'll forgive me, I should probably make another round with the guests. Do your duty, Miss Sullivan. Remember who's watching your back. That passive threat from the 20s is there, isn't it? She sends a furtive glance your direction and heads towards the tree. Well, did you find out anything? Good news. They'll be there tomorrow. Flora's eyes light up. She clasps her hands together joyously. Oh, thank God, my Eugene. Locum, you have no idea how much this means to me. From her pocket, she produces a small brass key. Have you already secured accommodations for the night? Not really. Well, you and your friends are certainly welcome to the servant quarters. There's also a special private wing of the manor accessible by this key. A couple of you could perhaps stay there if you don't mind sharing a bed. Locum, that sounds like an adventure Quinn would be into. Maybe Sean? Yes, where we all share a bed? Oh, cool! Hey, Quinn, wanna do the freaky with Sean watching? Oh my God. Buckle up, folks. It's only beginning. Oh, man. Alright, so how much is it per? 20. It's not bad. Alright. Stay in the manor with Quinn. You take the key and hurry back to Quinn. Flora rises and dons her mask once more. Do enjoy yourselves. Oh, I will. So, Quinn, care to explore a fancy manor house with me? She grabs your hand and tugs you towards the house. Come on. They're sure to have an amazing art collection. You locate a door with a heavy lock and spring it open with Flora's key. The two of you squeeze into a grand parlor. Quinn's eyes go wide as they drink in the moonlight. Masterpiece. I could spend all night here. I wonder... She stops, her fist clenching by her sides. Quinn? What's wrong? Follow her gaze in the painting labeled Depiction of the Divine, where a familiar man dressed in Roman robes is haloed by the sun. Is that Rourke? Oh, Christ, he actually has a painting of himself. Mother of Christ. In the painting, Rourke appears to be writing the 10 Commandments in relaxed cotton robes. Are you fucking serious right now? Wow, you're a pretentious prick. I am tired of his stupid face showing up when I get 2 seconds to forget about him. She groans and puts her face in her hands. You frown and curl your hands around her shoulders. It doesn't give him power. It just means he's desperate. He doesn't have people around him that he loves, so he just loves himself. And that's why we'll win, because we have people to care about. Her sapphire eyes glance up to yours, red hair tinged a soft blue in the moonlight. What should we do then? To give him the least amount of power. Graffiti that painting. Making out sounds nice. You hardly needed that ugly painting as an excuse. Maybe, but think about it. If we didn't see the painting, what would you want to do right now? She turns to face you completely. Lips, a breath from yours. Something like this? She closes the gap, her soft lips caressing yours. Your lips begin to press harder against one another. Her hands cling to your hair, your arm close around her waist. Locum, I think we could use the bedroom right about now. I just want to hold you. I want you, Quinn. Lead the way. You take her by the hand and turn the key to the bedroom. As you enter, a delighted smile spreads on Quinn's face. Even better, it's a 4-poster bed. So, what's so exciting about that? Quinn puts a finger to your lips to shush you. Slow and steady, she removes her clothes piece by piece, keeping her eyes on you. Quinn. She backs away with a wink before jumping and hanging by the beams above the bed. You drink in her figure, floating naked, pale in the air, her hair cascading down her body. Don't move. Strip the clothes from your body and walk up to her with a slow swagger. Oh, God, I said that word. Your lips graze her belly button. How did you know exactly where I needed you to be? Place her thighs over your shoulders, slowly kissing up her legs higher than higher. Oh my God. The longer your lips work over her, the more her pale face blushes, her hands shake on the beams. It's too much, you're so good. She drops her grip and slides down as her hips are pressed against yours. You start to rock together, holding Quinn in your arms. Oh, Quinn, yes. Your hands feel her waist arch in ecstasy, her fingers digging into your shoulders. Ah. She pulls you down on the bed, enjoying you well into the night. The sirens will be passing. You get up and get ready for the day, but Quinn's already standing. Morning, sleepyhead. Ready to save the Avanti? I thought you'd never ask. Make your way down to the stairs in the ballroom, Quinn by your side. The guests are still in costume, and the wedding decorations appear to have a masquerade theme. Something about this seems really familiar. Did you forget about Kali? I'm just wondering. God damn it, shut up. You know, since you were flirting with him, this is the same ballroom we found at the Celestial. How's that even possible? We're not in the Celestial, are we? Oh no, I don't see Eugene. Guys, we need a backup plan. What if he... A man in a lion mask walks over to you. He discreetly reveals his face. What if I... What? You made it. Go get her, man. Sean points a Flora positioned at the side of the ballroom with Ralston close behind her. Even through the mask, you see resignation in her eyes. Eugene swallows hard. What should I say? The ceremony's about to start. Grace puts a hand on his shoulder. Just tell her how you feel. All of it, while you still can. Eugene seems to consider Grace's words. He takes a deep breath, straightens his back, and strides across the ballroom. Flora, I'm here. A hush falls over the crowd. Flora pulls off her mask. Eugene. I know that we've been through a lot, and I made my share of mistakes, but I've never once stopped loving you. I'm here to ask for your hand. At long last, will you marry me, Flora? Well, stunned, takes a small step toward Flora, bringing something against her back. Don't forget our conversation, Miss Sullivan. Really, dude? 1920s. Oh, Eugene, it's too late. I've made up my mind. You have? Arthur clears his throat. I thought I had the trash taken out, but it appears to have legs. Nervous laughter comes from the crowd. We gotta do something! We're gonna be stuck if we don't fix this! All we have to do is take out Ruston. Stella curls her fingers into a fist and glances towards you, awaiting your permission. I say we blow stuff up and get them out of here. I got a few tricks up my sleeve. No need. We can simply explain the evidence of the wedding guests and expose Arthur. What evidence, though, dude? What evidence are you exactly going to tell? Hey, we come from the future. We got this locket. They're in love with one another. And this guy's got a gun pressed to her back. Nope. You know what? I'm going with my girl. Send Estelle in. I won't fail you. I don't know if violence is the best solution here, Locum. Stella inconspicuously ducks behind a long banquet table, prowls forward like a hunting cat. With the guests oblivious to her, she arrives behind Ralston and snaps her fist into the back of his neck. Huh! Immediately drops, sending a Derringer pistol clattering across the floor. What the devil? Flora runs into Eugene's arms. Eugene! Yes, yes, I will happily marry you. You're the only man I love. Well, Sean, violence isn't the answer. Sometimes it is. As their lips meet, the objects on Varen's body reappear. Guys, we did it! Bang! Flora's pitched forward as a bullet tears into her side. Who? Who? We had the pistol! Flora! Arthur glares at Flora's collapsing form through his mask. The Derringer slides from his grasp. No one refuses me. No one. A tremor passes through the floor. Suddenly, everything begins to warp and wave as though the entire ballroom were melting away. What? Eugene gathers Flora in his arms and begins carrying her to safety. Stay with me, darling. I'm going to bring you to something that will help. He hurries towards a window, through which you see a grove of trees glistening with silver sap. Before you can turn to follow, a time rift tears open beside you. The clockmaker leans through, holding her hand out to you. Come with me, quickly. You hasten through the rift as the room continues to quake and distort. That's what the heart of the island is. That's what it is. Well, it's a seed, right? A seed from long ago. But imagine, just imagine, if it was empowered by the love of a heart. 2 hearts, to be specific. One by one, your friends step into a winding road, disused and overgrown. Once everyone's gathered, the clockmaker adjusts her stopwatch. The shimmering tear folds in and out on itself and vanishes. That's it then. I'm sorry it took us so long to extract you. The particular time and rife with anomalies. I'm just glad you got to us when you did. But what happened to Flora and Eugene and the wedding guests? Well, the first eruption of Mount Atropo caused a chronoquake that has sent the wedding party far into the future. Over time, and as a result of the irregularly consuming energy imbued sap, they become feral. Really? Feral, like vampires in I Am Legend? That's a close approximation, yes. It would take centuries before civilization reasserted itself in the form of the Vanti tribes you're familiar with.
All because of the treachery of the groom?
Man, weddings are the worst! Your footsteps approaching.
Y'all went to a wedding and didn't invite me.
Jake? I think I see Furball, too! Nice. Blue streak races from behind Jake's legs. Furball, you're okay. Furball stalks over you, his tail swiping across your leg affectionately.
You showed up to give Mike and I some company while we waited.
What happened to you guys, anyway? Where did you end up? A fairly stable period in their recent past. Once we'd extracted them, coming to Rosencraft Manor in the current time helped us more easily reach you. Furball skitters towards Quinn, who happily gathers him up. A spiky-haired anarchist pops her head up from out of the manor house. I think your friends need you, Jake.
Come with me for this, Boy Scout. I don't know if I can face him alone.
Right behind you. You enter the dilapidated manor alongside Jake. The ballroom looks like the one you just fled from, only worn and tattered with the decades of age. Mike rests against a back wall and cradling a cup of water in his hands. The cup is full all the way to the brim.
Hey, Mike, how you feeling?
Mike doesn't turn, speak, or show any sign of reaction to Jake's words.
Mike, are you in there?
Jake reaches out to gently shake Mike's shoulder. The cup slips from his hands, spilling water across his legs. Mike remains motionless, staring blankly across the room. Jake's eyes glisten with tears. His voice breaks off as he tries to find the words, but can't. He turns and storms out of the room, chest heaving in sorrow. Jake? Mike's head turns slightly.
Grandpa?
Mike, just give me a second to talk to him, okay? You hurry outside to find Jake kicking apart a decayed barrel.
I almost killed him. And then, when I thought he was dead, what did I do? I turned tail and ran like a coward I am.
Jake, he spoke to me.
Great. Well, you want to tell him that all we did was this for nothing? That everyone we know and love is dead? You want to tell him how small of a chance we have left?
A heavy silence hangs in the air. Tears slide from Jake's cheeks and strike broken pieces of the barrel.
I can't do it, Locum. I just can't. Not after everything else.
Jake suddenly freezes, glancing around the area warily.
We aren't alone.
Streams of green light come together in front of you, coalescing in a Venu's body.
The truth is out there. Slimer, I am not in the mood for this.
Venu holds out a burning helmet insistently, refusing to move. So that's the helmet from Mike, I'm assuming? Because Mike was the one who was left in the cockpit, if I'm not incorrect. Except the salvage helmet. Determinedly, you grab the helmet and thrust it in front of Jake. Come on, Jake, take it. Jake stares at it for a moment, memories flickering before his eyes. Finally, he reaches out. You're in a courtroom, empty except for Jake and Mike. Jake fiddles absentmindedly with the dog tags around his neck. Mike looks him over.
You're nervous. Psst. Psh, me nervous? Come on, kid.
Grandpa, you're nervous. Jake groans and rubs at his eyes.
Hell yeah, I'm nervous. Last 5 years of my life have led up to this one moment. If this doesn't work, Lundgren gets off free and we lose everything. You're not nervous?
Nope. I'm terrified. The judge enters and sits at the bench. Lundgren is leaden, handcuffed, his scowl more sinister than ever. I just really do, for everything he's done. A well-dressed attorney follows Lundgren to the defendant's stand. Your Honor, defense wishes to present another article of evidence. He walks a stack of papers over the bench. The judge examines them. Witnesses, Jacob Mackenzie and
Michael Darwin, according to these documents, you both purchased anti-aircraft weapons and delivered them to Karastani government. Is this correct? No, Your Honor. Mike nervously addresses the judge. His voice is barely a hoarse whisper. But those weapons, were used against us on a mission ordered by Commander Lundgren. And I guess I accidentally filled out the wrong names on the report. Hogwash! Lundgren fixes his eyes and gaze on Mike. Smearing a decorated officer has repercussions, son. Best to think before you speak. Michael Darwin, please repeat your testimony. What? I said, Mike falls silent, and a rivulet of sweat trickles down his forehead. He said that the weapons we did not purchase were used on us during a mission ordered by Commander Lundgren, Your Honor. Now you listen good, Jacob. I didn't get to the rank of... Lundgren's attorney leans over and whispers something in his ear, causing him to stop mid-sentence. Very well. I think my verdict is clear. Rex Lundgren on counts of conspiracy against the United States, perjury, and the first-degree murder. We find you're guilty. The court awards you a total of 180 years in prison to be served consecutively. Judge snaps his gavel down. I can't believe it. We did it. Your Honor, I served my country for 41 years. This is the thanks I get? I made these boys who they are. Jake stands and looks Lundgren in his eyes. I didn't become who I am because of you. I became who I am in spite of you. And now you've got plenty of time to think about what a spineless piece of garbage you are. And one more thing. Mike, give me a light. Jake takes out a Cuban cigar from his jacket. Mike tosses him a lighter. Sir, you can't smoke in here. Overruled. God damn it, Jake. Jake lights a cigar and takes a long drag and blows a smoke circle in Lundgren's face. Mike, let's go get a cheeseburger and some apple pie. I'm feeling awful patriotic all of a sudden. Amen to that, brother. Your reality comes back into focus. Jake's hands are interlinked with yours atop the helmet. Was that... Fresh tears fall from Jake's eyes as he exhales a slow, ragged sigh. We can beat him. In the system, there's a way we can do it. That's right. Mike sacrificed all these years of running. It could all turn out for the best, Jake, and I think someone deserves to hear it. Mike stands nervously in the manor's doorway, looking you both over. Giving your shoulder a squeeze, Jake breaks from your side to walk up to her. Mike, I'm sorry. I just needed a minute. So much has happened and I didn't know where to start. But now I know where it could end. And when it does, we're gonna win. A slight smile creeps onto Mike's face. Jake pulls him into a tight hug. Alright, kid. Let's find some beers and I'll tell you all about it. I'll join you soon, alright, Boy Scout? Take your time. 2 of 11 Embers of Hope. By the way, I have done Diamond Editions. We're up to Chapter 6. All Embers of Hope, all Diamond of Choices are up on my channel, so in case you didn't know. As day turns to night, your friends finish a picnic dinner with the anarchists. You rode a T-Rex? Damn! Furball sniffs at Quinn's plate and begins nipping at the scraps. Doesn't travel among only 2 or 3 time periods get boring for all of you? I don't know if I'd call that boring. I have photos of the Pleasant era inside the manor if anyone would care to see them. Heck yeah. Absolutely. Gaze out towards the moonlit cliffs before getting ready to follow everyone. A white corner peeks up over the edge. Is that a sail? Running over, you hear a crack amid the water. You look down to see the Dorado. Yvonne leans out from beneath the rigging and calls out to you. Ahoy, lookum. Haha, Yvonne, you're alright. Masoy, and look who I found. I found you, algae-covered hermit crab. Locum, gather your friends and come aboard.
We must talk tout de suite. You hear a surprising urgency in her tone, even from afar away. Okay, I'll get everyone. You hurry towards the manor to round up the group. A few minutes later, everyone's gathered on the deck of the Dorado. Yvonne clears her throat. Mes amis, something foul is afoot. She points out across the sea. A flickering crimson glow runs along the horizon. Damn! Promised myself I wasn't gonna stay up until sunrise anymore. This isn't the sun, son, or boy. God damn it, either one. Look closer. You squint in the distance. Writhing tongues of fire are rising from the glow. Lava's getting closer. The barrier keeping the island safe must be shrinking. Distance on the horizon is 1.7 times the square root of the viewer's height from sea level. In other words, not very far. Gwen gazes transfixed at the distant haze. It's the heart. The heart? What do you mean? Think about how much has happened to it. Being broken for so long, or draining its power, it no longer is strong enough to maintain the time anomaly that preserves the island. So, we have to join the two halves together soon. Oh! Estella, were you taking a nap when this dude fed the heart to Ceres? A mistake, I believe. But I'm willing to risk my life to see it made right. We must bring down the beast and tear the stone from its guts. And are ye with me? Guys, it's time to finish Ceres once and for all. We're gonna wreck you, Ceres. We're coming for you, you three-headed piece of garbage. That being said, I hope you all did enjoy the video. Please feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe. By doing so, you won't miss out on incredible content. Now, will you? I do not think so. Down in the description below, we got links to social media, links to our Discord, and a few links to support me and my content. It's greatly appreciated. Otherwise, like I said, hit that like and share button. I love you, beautiful people. And until next time, we'll be working on Diamond Editions, Divergent. We've got a game in the mix that you guys have never heard of. It's free to play. It's incredible. No real gimmicks, no catches or anything. We're going to be doing some of that. We're going to be doing live streams. We've got a lot of content coming up, so stay tuned for that. Without further ado, thank you all for watching, and I will catch you beautiful 7K plus subscribers next time. Peace.